what made you start with your platform? The story behind it.
Okay, so actually, 4 years ago, Devashree and I were actually successful in our own careers, and both of us have actually dabbled in so many different fields. I just started working with a startup, and in fact, in 4 years, that startup kind of grew to become one of the world's leading companies in its field. So we were like just 2, 3 of us who started it. Devashree was heading PR at one of India's most prestigious uh, hospitality brands. And I used to work in investment banking and environmental conservation, lots of interesting things. So, but we both always wanted to work together. It was kind of like an excuse to spend more time together, you could say. So it was just we started it as a hobby, and we used to go out a lot, and we would love to travel a lot. And a lot of our friends would always ask us, where should we go this weekend and where should we travel to? And that's why we kind of put it all together on a social media page. And it just started like that. But, since the beginning, we got a good response, and we were very consistent. We've always been very focused and very, very goal oriented. So we stayed really consistent with it, and then the journey began from there.
So how is it working now? So
Mhm.
I know one of you, like two of you are now married. Both of you are married now, and
Yeah.
you have your own family and life to take
Yes.
care of it. So how is working now? So earlier it was just two of you, and now you have people around you. So
Yeah. So I was always married. I've been married for actually 7 years now. So yeah. So I was very much. We started the page 4 years ago. So I was 3 years into my marriage when we started, because we lived in separate houses, and so that kind of distance was always there. But we still speak to each other 10 times a day. And there's a point which, like, okay, we shouldn't talk to each other so much also. So it hasn't changed much at all, because we kind of have the same dynamic since we started the page.
how is creating content during lockdown for you? Like now,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can't meet. You guys are it's just the digital world that where you
Yeah.
can collaborate. So how is working in
Yeah.
this new normal?
So honestly, of course, like, you have to wear a lot of hats. You have to be your own editor, your own photographer, your own conceptualizer, and all of stylist. I mean, we always played multiple roles irrespective, but we would have help every now and then. We would have a photographer. We had a team also. I mean, we still have a team, and they would like help us during shoots and things like that. But obviously all of that wasn't available to us, but that really challenged us, and I guess it grew our skill sets in many ways. We had to be really creative with the limited resources that we had. Earlier on, we could source a lot of products. We could go to different beautiful locations, and half the battle is won like that. But you use like different corners in your house as creatively as you can. So it was good. It's been a very good learning experience. You can do so much from so little.
Do you have like a one particular learning that two of you actually working together got it? Otherwise, you were not very much sure about these things, and one thing
Yeah.
that you learned because you're working with your sister.
So one thing is there, like, there was a point where we started fighting a lot, and we never fought. And I realized, what, this nothing is more important than our relationship. So that is one thing that that was a good learning for us, because businesses, work comes and goes, but she's always going to be my sister, and we have like this. I mean, I don't think we know anybody as much as we know each other. I mean, I know her since I was 3 years old, and she knows me since the time she was born. So that relationship is just so precious. So that's one learning. And the other thing is, we both have completely different skill sets. So Tanushree is like very, she's very good in marketing, and she's an extrovert, and I'm very creative. So I learned so much from her, like how to do tight follow-ups, how to connect with many people and things like that. And she kind of learns from me in terms of like I write well, and my creative ideas. So together, I think, yeah, we make quite a formidable team, and we always learn from each other.
Anything that she hates about you or you hate about her? That actually one thing that she hates about you and one thing that you hate about her.
Oh my God. So I'm actually quite pedantic because I love to write, and I'm always correcting her grammar or like her emails. Like if she sends something, I'll like, oh, you should have written this differently. She hates that about me. And I guess I kind of, yeah, I hate that, she makes these mistakes, but she doesn't make that many mistakes. I like everything about her actually.
Making errors.
If she kind of tries to boss over me, then that doesn't. I am always the older sister.
We talk about your content journey. I know you guys are personally also passionate about few subjects that are
Mhm.
close to you. So how is working on one? Do you have like one project of which is of someone's interest, and second one like is not
Yeah.
that much interested in it? So how do you cope up with things like that?
Yeah. So, to be very honest, we are very, if Tanushree shows interest in something, I'm like, no, you do it, you do it. Or if I show interest in something, she would like really want me to do it. And both of us have creative freedom. So if I'm interested in a particular subject matter, I can pursue it. And if she's interested in it, also she can pursue it as well. So there's no competition, so to speak. And with social media, it's such a blank canvas. There are no rules. You can do, like, even if there is something that I'm interested in and she's interested in the same thing, but our interpretation can be so different, that it doesn't really create so much of a clash, so to speak. But in terms of, yeah, Tanushree is very interested in fashion, and I love health and beauty and those kind of things. So again, there are not too many clashes in terms of areas of interest as well.
So do you think because there are two of you, you have added like you guys have an edge about other creators in the same genre because you have two minds working?
Yeah, of course. Two is better than one. Firstly, there are days when I just like want to like sleep and I don't want to do anything, and I know that she can take over. And then sometimes projects come, and you have to deliver at a certain time. And if I don't want to do it, she can do it, and vice versa. So of course that's amazing. And plus we have, I mean, two minds, so twice the amount of ideas, twice the amount of content that we can create. So yeah, I mean, definitely it's a plus. And yeah, we do have an advantage.
How is one particular working day will look like for both of you?
Every day is different, but I'll actually like to plan my day as much as possible, and I feel a failure to plan is a plan to fail. So I wake up really early.
I'll note that.
But honestly, yeah, it's true. If at the days, I'm like, I have no to-do list. I actually end up doing really nothing. Like I'm laying around, and given like our area of work, you have to create your own work first of all. And if you're working from home, especially, I'm sure now you realize it also. Um, there's just so many distractions, and if you don't plan your day out, you can really like just lose the whole day. And but typically in the morning, I wake up pretty early. Even now I wake up at 6 o'clock. I do my exercise and meditation, and then I do sit down with a notebook and plan what I want to achieve during the day. And it can be personal and professional. And then we go about addressing those items on the to-do list. So sometimes it's content creation, sometimes it's just emails, sometimes it's editing. So it depends what the work is, what the work demands on that particular day, and then we plan it accordingly. But yeah, to-do lists and planning, very, very important, I feel.
Do you have your roles defined that, okay, this person
Yeah.
will take care of ideation, this person will take care of
Mhm.
rest of the things? So do you have something like
Yeah.
that?
So yeah, like sometimes. So for example, there are certain brands which resonate better with. See, for example, now I am expecting, and so a lot of brands that are in the whole mommy space, or there are certain brands that resonate with me, and certain that resonate better with her. So we make sure that that person handles that particular account, and then we don't step on each other's toes. If, for example, I need some help from her, then I will kind of ask her if she can help me out with her thoughts on it. But otherwise we work quite independently on projects then.
Thank you so much for taking your time. All the best. Stay safe
Thank you.
and much love to the baby. So.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to talk to you.